morning, Olga has to prepare breakfast, lunch and dinner for her 5 children. She won't return from work until very late. In the morning, she teaches at a rural school. After lunch, she works at a college, and in the evening, she gives Russian lessons. She's the only breadwinner in the family. Before, things were very different, and her husband supported the family. But unexpectedly, Olga's 5th child was born with Down syndrome. Doctors recommended he should be left in an institution. But Olga insisted all her children would grow up within the family. Olga's husband was in a state of shock, and 6 months later, he left for good.
One day I realized that he was afraid, and that's why he didn't want to come to see us. There are so many mixed up feelings, guilt, shame, difficult relationship with my mother, maybe love too. I don't know who to blame for this, it's just life.
My mother expects too much from the men in this family. She would still have a happy family if she hadn't expected our father to do something that he couldn't do. She wanted him to be the perfect husband.
Several thousand handicapped children are born in Russia each year. The exact number is kept a secret by the authorities. 85% of these children are sent to live in state institutions. If a mother decides to raise a disabled child herself, she has very little support, either from the state or from society. The state benefit of an equivalent of $53 a month does not even cover food.
It's very difficult, mainly because the kindergartens and schools only take healthy children, not disabled children. Women bear the brunt. Mothers often have to stop work to take care of them. They get a very small state benefit, really not enough to survive on.
There was a time when I wouldn't even borrow a single kopeck. But life has shown that some money is given without the need to return it. Once I asked the woman next door for some money, and when she gave me some, I realised that she wouldn't accept the money back. So I had to decide either to refuse it outright or to accept it as a gift. But I used to worry that my children would get used to this kind of dependency.
Olga had to forget about her personal ambitions and her financially insecure profession as a stage director. She found work with a small but regular salary.
There is a Russian proverb which says that when God blesses us with children, God provides for them. The proverb turns out to be true. So far, we have never been hungry and we have always been cared for.
Olga struggles with the lack of money, and she is unable to find a school for Vasia. She has to teach him at home. The kindergartens wouldn't take him, and no ordinary school would admit him either. For the 4th year now, Olga is still trying to find a better arrangement and continues to knock on closed doors.
She seems to be so tired of all these troubles, and I might be adding to her difficulties. I often see her crying.
She keeps going from one authority to another to try and get Vasia admitted to a school. They have problems with this, they don't listen or understand. They say that children like Vasia can't be taught anything.
3 years ago, Olga formed an organization for women with disabled children. When a disabled baby is born, Olga always meets the mother, and after that the mother often refuses to leave the child in a state institution.
Parents are shocked when they have such a baby. She speaks to the parents and advises them about who they can talk to and where they can find useful information.
If I had tried to live like other people and at the same time live with Vasia, it would have been a constant struggle. So I decided to devote my time to looking after him. I've been forced to forget about my own interests and have neglected my other children. This is a shame. I think it's the government's fault.
Olga and the women in her organization often visit the state institutions and spend time with the children there, proving that there are people ready to take on the responsibility.
Our life is hard, but our mother is happy because she has 5 joys, us.
When you feel powerless, you must do what you have to get by. Any job helps, because you have to get up and go to work. Something gives you the strength to get up and go for it.
As the Russian poet Andrei Voznesensky said, the strongest men are women. For those who get up and go, those who do it every single day. Tomorrow is just another day.